Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over our Season 3 hero speculation on what are the heroes we're going to be getting. Now of course, Season 2 was named Shadow and Might, and we got the Centurion and the Shinobi. Today I'm going to be basing this video off a couple of leaks and pretty much just what the community as a whole has been saying that they are kind of want and stuff in regards to the new heroes in Season 3. So first of all, let's go over what Season 3 is actually called, and it is called Glory and Wild. And just for those of you who do not know, apparently Season 4 is called Instinct and Discipline. So just based off Glory and Wild, I'm pretty sure that means we're going to be getting a Viking character and another Knight character. And then of course in Season 4, it's going to be, you know, the Viking character and another Samurai character. But today we're going to be going over what we think are going to be the brand new heroes coming in Season 3. So keep in mind, like I said, all of this is, it's all speculating right now. Nothing's set in concrete except the Highlander, which I'm putting my money on because we got those leaked screenshots of the Highlander like we did with the Centurion and the Shinobi, and the Centurion and Shinobi ended up being true. The Highlander looks pretty much exactly the same, came out around about the same time. I'm pretty sure one of them is definitely going to be the Highlander. We're still going to speculate on what the other hero might be, and then we're going to go into what the Knight character is going to be, because there's a bit of a debate going on about that. So of course, in terms of the Viking character, we have the Highlander. It could work. I heard someone say, oh yeah, but you know, Ubisoft likes covering all the faces of the characters and Highlanders don't wear helmets or anything. Any historical basis for anything, throw it out the window. It doesn't really matter at this point, so they could just, like, you know, stuff a helmet on the guy and get Highlander. It could be fine. Now of course, the Highlander is probably going to be some big Scottish guy who they're just going to lump in with the Vikings, and he's going to be rocking a, like, you know, hand and a half bastard sword, and he's just going to have this giant fucking sword and fuck people up. Now there has been rumor that the Highlander he'll have like a stance sort of thing where he can change his stance. So one stance will be an offensive stance where he'll get, like, you know, a whole bunch of offensive moves, lots of damage, all that sort of stuff, and another one is a defensive stance that he can go into where he can sort of defend better. Now I'm not sure how that's going to work if he does have some sort of like switching stance, especially considering the defensive meta destroying patches coming in at the start of Season 3 as well. So if he does have an offensive stance, it would work fine, but if he does have a defensive stance, I'm not sure how that's going to work if they completely destroy the defensive meta. We'll have to see how that goes. Maybe it might be he just has, like, you know, increased health or something along those lines when he's in his defensive stance as opposed to his offensive stance. We'll have to wait and see if he is even the character that we're going to be getting. But the other character that people have been talking about that they think we're going to be getting in terms of the Viking character for Season 3 is called the Huntress. Now a lot of people have been linking what they think the Huntress is going to be like to, like, Horizon Zero Dawn. So you have a chick who, like, stalks through the bushes and everything, has like a bow and a spear or whatever. I'm not really sure what they could do with the Huntress, considering they have put in the Shinobi who has ranged capabilities. I fully think they could maybe put a Huntress in and give her like a short bow that she can do something with. That would make some sense as long as they balance it right. Okay, yeah, Ubisoft isn't that great at balancing, we've seen that, but who knows, they could probably give her some sort of bow or short bow that she can do something with. And then of course, I'm expecting, if it's a Huntress type thing, maybe some sort of like long spear or something, just a spear, no shield and spear, which could also be cool. But as far as the new Viking heroes coming in, those are pretty much the two that we have in mind right now. The Highlander, which I think is pretty much going to be the one we're going to get, considering we do have that leak that we got at the same time as the Shinobi and the Centurion. But if it isn't the Highlander, then I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting maybe the Huntress. That sounds completely plausible, and I wouldn't put it past Ubisoft at this point to put in a character like that with some sort of range capabilities, considering what they did with the Shinobi. That was like completely left field. But it seems to me they're up for experimenting with characters, and the Huntress would be a pretty good one to experiment with. So now we move on to the glory part of Season 3. Now here's what everyone's been speculating, and I too have been speculating on what this character is going to be. Now some people think, when they think of glory, they think, you know, fighting for glory in the arena and stuff, and they think it's going to be a Gladiator character. But of course you were probably thinking that the Gladiator would play pretty damn similar to the Centurion that they just put out. When I first played the Centurion, it felt a lot like a Gladiator sort of style of fighting, just really just brutal, balls to the wall, push people around type thing. Now of course they could just bring out a Gladiator hero and make him play differently. If they do bring out a Gladiator hero, I just want to say quickly, I hope they give him a net and a fucking trident so that he can net people and stab them while they're down and shit. That would be fucking amazing. That's just like my own personal thing. I'd love to be just running around just like throwing nets on people and then just, like, you know, driving my trident into their back and stuff. You could even have it so you could throw the trident and like slow them and put a bleed on them or some sort of shit. I don't know. It could be really cool though to have, like, you know, just some guy running around netting people. So there are ways that they could bring out a Gladiator hero and of course make him different to the Centurion, but it is still pretty much the same in terms of the pure aggression. Considering what they did with the Centurion, he fights pretty damn game aggressively and he fights like a gladiator. Of course, they opted to not give him his like shield, and there's no way he can do like a proper phalanx and stuff, which is how Romans used to fight. So I understand why they decided to go with that direction and sort of add those gladiator type elements to his fighting style. But at the same time, it's pretty much, it hasn't killed it, but it's pretty much made it extremely hard for them to put in a gladiator hero later on if they are thinking about doing it. Like I said, with the net theory, there are ways they can do it. It's just be a bit hard. But of course, the next logical option they could go with is something that everybody knows, something steeped in history, and that is a Spartan slash hoplite. Now, of course, Spartans live for fucking glory. They live for fighting. They live for, like, you know, getting glory for Sparta and their state in general. And they pretty much were just all around badasses who kick the shit out of everyone. And currently in the game, we only have one hero that uses a shield and a spear, which is the Valkyrie. But of course, she has a very weird sort of like play style. So with the Valkyrie being pretty much the only other character using a shield and a spear, and then of course the Warlord using a shield and a sword, people may go, yes, but that's another shield character, blah, blah, blah. At this point, honestly, there's only so many weapons you can have in the game unless you start going into like the really, really weird weapons in history that no one really used that much. But let's be honest here, everyone knows what a Spartan is. Everyone loves 300. Everyone loves just like, you know, the whole Spartan thing in general. And of course, you cannot deny that it would be absolutely fucking amazing to play a Spartan slash hoplite type hero in For Honor. One thing you can say about For Honor is the game is fucking smooth in the way it feels and plays. Yes, there are like, it has its issues, but at the same time, it feels great to play these characters. And there are plenty of things they could do with the Spartan. Of course, we have the good old 300 thing where they keep throwing their fucking spears at people and like impaling them and stuff. You could totally do that. Like I said, we have the capability of that now with the fact that we have the Shinobi and he does have these range capabilities. So before, when you'd say like, you know, them throwing spears and stuff at people, it sounds stupid in For Honor. Now that Shinobi's being introduced into the game, it's not stupid anymore. They can do things like that. They've shown they can do things like that. And let's be honest, it's pretty much a no-brainer that at some point they are going to put in a Spartan type hero. It fits too well for this game to not have it in there. And of course, Spartans wear helmets, so they can do the whole like, you know, not showing the face thing as well, and that's completely fine. So in terms of the whole glory heroes, I'm pretty sure it's either going to be some sort of gladiator type thing. I really, please, net Triton, do it for me, Ubisoft, please. Or it's going to be a Spartan slash hoplite type hero. Those are the two most logical things, and those are the two things that pretty much the community is putting their money on right now in terms of glory and wild. We're going to be getting, like I said, either a gladiator, a Spartan, most likely Highlander because it's been already leaked, and if not the Highlander, then we're going to be getting the Huntress. That's what we're putting our money on right now. Like I said, it could be something completely different. They could go completely left field, but I doubt they're going to stray too far away from the name Glory and Wild in terms of like some just random weird character that no one was expecting. So my predictions are going to be, we're going to have Highlander for sure just because of those leaks, and I think we're going to get the Spartan. That's what I'm putting my money on, the Highlander and the Spartan. We'll have to see when Season 3 rocks around if I'm right or wrong, but that is all I have for this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on what do you think the new heroes are going to be when Season 3 rocks around. Do you think it's going to be any of the ones I mentioned, or do you think they're going to go completely left field and just put something else in? And please let me know what characters you do want to see come into the game in the future. And please remember to share this video, it helps me out greatly. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.